Hey, let's get started, shall we? I'm excited to start this game. I hope people are excited to watch this game. It seems pretty safe so far. Easy or normal. Not gonna be changed anytime, so I guess we'll start with the recommended setting. Pretty.
Get a move on, Ollie boy!
Slow down, Mr. Drippy.
But Ding Dong Dell's just down the way.
Huh?
Huh? Oh.
Huh?
Oh dear.
What do we do?
Run for it! Ah! Right. Let's get going, shall we?
Hey, wait for me!
Oh yes, nothing happened.
So this is your world.
That's right. A whole nother world. Beautiful, innit?
Gosh, it's definitely beautiful music, isn't it? In it.
Sorry, mister. Good morning, Miss Layla.
Why, good morning, Oliver. Your groceries are over there, honey.
Thanks.
Oh, I almost forgot. Did Philip find you? He said he had something to show you, dear.
Really? So he finally finished it, huh? Do you know where he is right now?
He just stepped out with some deliveries for me. I doubt he'll have gotten far.
Thanks, Miss Layla.
Oh, say hi to your mother for me.
Sure thing, Miss Layla.
Ollie! Over here!
Oh, it's Phil. Oh, hey! Hi, Knuda! It's a raid, it's a raid! And I have just started, too. Hello, AC. Hello, archaeologist. So how was Song of Horror? It was horrifying. Well, I'm glad it was good. I did see that you had posted some clips. I may have to look into that. Oh, these potatoes are so cheap. Perhaps I'll make some nice, healthy French fries for the kids. Oh, well, good morning, Oliver. How's your mother? How do you like my hot rod? She's a real beauty, ain't she? And brand new, too. Maybe one day you'll be able to afford your own car and be as cool as me, kid. So yes, I've pretty much just started this game. So, anyone who doesn't know anything about this, you haven't missed anything yet. And if you do know anything about it, please don't tell me, because I know very little about it. Also, I am taking donations until the middle of April for RAIN, Rape Abuse in Incest National Network. And very important program that I need to have notes. I need to put notes somewhere in view. But they are... Well, we're doing it until mid-April. So, like, April 15th-ish or so. I don't know the exact end date. But we're doing it as a part of Quantum Pride. So we'll be doing it every day I stream except for March 31st. Alright. Sure thing, archaeologist.
Good thing you found me. Guess what? She's finally ready.
So what Miss Layla said? Is it really what I think it is?
What else would it be, dum-dum?
Boy, you are something else, Phil. So what do we do now?
What else? We take her for a spin. Tonight.
What? Tonight? But I can't. I mean, I need to ask my mom, and...
Sure. You go ask your ma. And then when do we do it, huh? Tomorrow? Next year?
Well, No, but... Okay, we'll do it tonight. But we'll have to be real quiet.
Sure we will. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Tonight, my garage. Be there or be square.
Sure.
So, this is the child who will save the world.
Or so says the crystal ball, Your Radiance.
And the Dark Jinn's power alone will not suffice.
I fear not.
What is the child's name?
Oliver, Your Radiance.
Oliver.
You know, the crystal ball showed him running off. I haven't moved from my spot. Yes, I've heard there's a movie of this. Some people have said it's not that good, but if it's set after this game, I probably don't want to watch it right now. My first port of call, huh? I jaywalk across the street. Alright, AC, thank you for being here long enough to redeem a free game from me. Give me a moment for that. Maybe I should. I've got a bunch of stuff on my list. Yeah, Archaeologist sure hasn't stopped me from getting new games. Alright, AC sent it over. You know, Archaeologist, it's pretty much... I feel like it's the same way with me. I have very little self-control. Well, not self-control, but impulse control, that's it. When does the diner open? I've got some serious gossip over here. These nice cars. Good morning, Oliver. Oh my, just look at all the leaves and branches all over the ground here. What an awful mess.
Hey, Mom. I got the groceries.
Thanks, sweetie. Just pop them on the table, will you?
Say, Mom,
Did you say something, sweetie?
You're kind of busy tomorrow, huh?
Well, now that you mention it, I do have to practice for my concert in the morning.
Oh, yeah? So, you'll be in bed kind of early, huh?
Yes, I suppose I will.
Oh, you will, huh?
Will you stop being so mysterious and eat your breakfast? You'll be late for school. And chew before you swallow.
Thanks for breakfast, Mom. See you later, Mom.
Bye, sweetie. You be good now.
I will.
The Rain charity stuff is going. Did you send, I don't remember who, your email address to get the Tiltify invitation? And if you did you check your spam? Because my invite got filtered into spam. And the time frame here has a very 50s vibe to it. Hey Phil, you didn't go to school yet? Huh, school schmool, today's a special day, kiddo. Today's the day our dream machine finally rolls off the drawing board and onto the streets of Motorville. Oh boy, I can't wait. When can I see it? Oh there, cowboy, not so loud. Don't forget this is our secret. Hey, dum-dum. You didn't tell your mom about it, did you? Hey, Leon Fox. Well, glad to hear that you love this game. Just be sure not to give me spoilers or backseat for me. No, I did not. I asked if she was busy, and she said she has a concert practice, so she'll be in bed real early. Perfect, then tonight is the night. You still in, kiddo? Sure I am. Tonight at your garage. I'll be there. Sure thing, AC. She must be asleep by now. Neato, she's out like a light. Now's my chance. I have to get to Phil's garage. Ooh, save the game? Why would I ever want to save the game? Oh boy, settings. Oh, here's the sound settings. How come I couldn't access them in the main menu? Oh, and hello. Oh, wow, look at that smooth walking down the stairs motion. Why, good evening, Oliver. What are you doing out so late? Nothing. Yes, the game is pretty. Hi. did you want something? What are you doing, kid? It's late. There's nobody around. But this is Motiville. I guess you'll be okay.
Hey! In here! What are you looking at? What is it with that kid? What kept you, Slowpoke?
Sorry, my mom just wouldn't go to bed. So, is it finished?
Sure is. The last bearing's in, and she's primed for action. Wanna see?
Do I ever?
All right. Here goes nothing.
Okay.
Wow!
Oh, is this neat, Phil? This is so neat!
You betcha.
It's so neat!
The new Coupe Deluxe ain't got nothing on us, Ollie.
It's not even close.
So, you ready to hit the road, kiddo?
Yeah!
Doesn't look like a two-seater to me. Okay, there's nobody around. We should take her outside now. So, Phil, who gets to drive first? Let me see now. Tell you what, kiddo. If you run down the street and make sure the coast is clear, I'll let you go first. Hey, Nero. Lurky dirk lurk. You mean that? Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, wait right there. Watch out for Starry Mary, will ya? Starry Mary? You know, the girl who's spying on us before. I swear that kid is cracked. See, there she is again. I bet that tattletale goes straight to her olds. She wouldn't do that. What, you sweet on her or something? Go check the out front already. Sure thing, Phil. I'll be right back. That's why I keep getting a 50's vibe, not just because of the artwork.
All right. The coast is clear. I better go tell Phil.
Don't go.
What? Huh?
It's bad. Please, Oliver. Don't go.
Huh? Who are you? How do you know my name?
Ollie! What's taking you so long?
I'm sorry, Phil. Someone saw me.
Oh, man. Who was it?
Oh, that girl over... Huh?
What are you talking about? Huh? There's nobody there.
Huh. That's weird. She was right there. A girl.
A girl, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I bet it was that dumb, Starry Mary. Oh, no. Couldn't be. She's not allowed out. You must be going screwy or something. Anyway, come on.
Oh, okay.
Oliver, the boy who will save the world. But unfortunately for him, his light is yet a mere candle in the blackness.
Indeed. He may be the child the prophecies speak of, but he is a child nonetheless.
Yet these humans can be disturbingly powerful. Did the other's darkness not engulf the land entirely? Might this one not prove equally tenacious?
What would you have me do, Your Radiance?
Such saplings must not be suffered to grow.
Very well, Your Radiance.
He who would save this doomed world must die.
Wow, okay.
Sweetie? Where are you? Oliver? Oliver?
You're kinda busy tomorrow, huh?
Well, now that you mention it, I do have to practice for my concert in the morning.
Oh yeah? So, you'll be in bed kinda early, huh?
Oliver. Oliver.
Would you listen to her purr? Ready? Take it slow to start with, okay?
Yep, got it!
Alright!
He's so quiet all of a sudden.
We have liftoff! Whoa! Ollie!
Oliver? Philip, what happened?
It's Ollie!
Oliver! Oliver? Oliver, wake up!
Mom?
Oh, sweetie, I'm so glad you're okay.
I'm sorry, Mom.
I'm sorry. I swear, if I'd known, I never would've.
Don't be silly, Phil. What about your car?
That hunk of junk, I can make another one in no time.
Well, I think you two have had quite enough excitement for one day.
Yes, ma'am. Ja!
Are you okay, Phil?
Must have twisted my ankle back there.
Whatever will you children get up to next?
Allie!
Allie?
Are you okay?
Mom? What's wrong?
Oh my.
Mom?
She always did have a weak heart. Mom?
Um?
Doctor.
Mom!
Oliver, sweetie. Oh, sweetie.
Mom!
You'll be okay. I know you will. Be good now. For me.
Mom?
Mm.
Mom! No. No! Don't leave me! You can't! Mom! Mommy! Don't leave me! Mom!
Sentimental fool. Sacrificing herself to save her child.
And yet, thanks to her, the boy lives.
Of course. But shorn of his mother's love, to whom can he now turn for guidance? And soon he will come to our world, where our powers are strongest.
Very good, Your Radiance.
But to see how this story unfolds. I'm sure the ending will be engaging.
Mm-hmm.
Oliver, honey, I brought you some apple pie. I'll just leave it here for you, okay, dearie? Now, you'll just have to wait until dinner, Timmy told him.
That cape is pretty nice.
He's been in there 3 whole days now.
Oliver, Mummy starts her new job today, but she's asked someone very special to take care of you. Mummy spent a long time making him. I'm sure he'll look after you very well. Be good while Mummy's away, okay?
Mommy!
Is something wrong, sweetie?
Just come back soon, okay?
Of course, sweetie. We'll always be together, Oliver. Always. Always.
Mommy, come back, please.
Whoa, what's all this? Curse lifted, is it? Tiny! I'm free! Free!
Huh? What just happened?
You just witnessed the rebirth of Drippy, Lord of the Fairies.
Who?
What, are you deaf or something? Drippy, Lord of the Fairies, I said, didn't I?
Drippy.
That's right, and I'm sick to the teeth of you snivelling and moaning. A proper crybaby bunting you are. 3 days, man. I mean, I've been sad before, but crying for 3 whole days? I'm surprised there's a drop of water left in you. You're a big boy, man. 3 days is, well, it's unheard of.
What?
Oh dear, bit flummoxed, a wee bit lost for words. Not to worry, man, I got all the answers. Oh, but prepare yourself. Explaining all this is gonna take a while. Ready?
That's some nose piercing there.
Tidy. I like your style. Very honest, and you. Stay that way, okay? Take you far, it will. On with the show!
Okay.
See, it's like this, see? What it is, there's more worlds out there than this one by here. There's what you might call parallel worlds, see? They're like worlds along by the side of your one. And one of those worlds is my world. That's right, a whole nother world.
Another world?
There's quick you are. And that is the Lord of the Fairies. The reason I'm by here in this world of yours, well, it's because there's a proper bad apple trying to upset the peace of both our worlds, see? Shada, the Dark Djinn, his name is. And what he did was, he took over people's hearts and spread war and ruin all over our world. Tried to stand up to him, I did. And he turned me into a flippin' doll and kicked me out of our world and into yours, the rotter. And then you went and cried all over me and poof, the curse was lifted, just like that. Which makes me think you must be the one we fairies call the pure-hearted one. The one the legends say will save our world. Just goes to show you can't judge a book by its cover, eh? So, anyway, that means I better get you over to our world and have you get rid of Shada for us. All right with you?
Me? But how can I?
Don't fret, man. It's a big responsibility, I know, but you'll be all right, especially with me to help you.
But
Oh, want me to ask properly, do you? Fair dues.
What?
Oh, pure-hearted one, will you please come and save our world?
No.
Sorry, I must have misheard you. What did you say? Go on once more, but louder.
I won't do it. I mean, I can't do it.
This is why they say never work with children. I ask nicely, and you give me a hearty, yes, sir. That's how this works, see? Gee whiz, that would be swell, you say. It's just how these things are done. It's tradition. How am I supposed to work with this? It's like he's never read a story in his life.
But I don't know anything about your world. And I just can't right now.
What, because your mum dropped dead?
Yeah.
You got a photo of her? Hurry up, will you? I haven't got all day.
Oh, okay.
Let's see now. Blimey. It can't be. But then it can't be a coincidence, neither.
What is it?
The great sage Alicia. Then we might just be able to save your mum.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You ready for another earful?
Yeah.
The souls of people in your world and my world are connected, which means people from over by here have another version of themselves over by there, called a soulmate, see? And people with soulmates can even look like each other. Now, your mum, well, she shared a soul with the great sage Alicia. A proper talent she was.
Huh? So my mom was a sage? But how does that help us save her?
Well, Alicia tried to take on the Dark Djinn, but his power was too much for her, and he trapped her in this dark jewel called the Soul Snare. When that happened, then the link between hers and your mum's souls would have been cut off. But if you could free Alicia, it just might fix the link, and who knows, it might even bring your mum back.
Is that really true?
I can't be sure now, but it's possible, yeah.
Wait. How do you know all this, Mr. Drew?
Lies.
You've been a doll this whole time.
Ah, now there's clever of you. Good question, lad. It's like this, see? I'm not the only fairy. Even though I was stuck by here, my buddies were keeping me abreast of all the goings-on over there. How? I suppose it's what you might call telepathy. And that's not all. I was sending my lordly orders back over there too, having them spy on Shadar and that, you know, tidy, huh? What is it?
I'll do it. I'll come to your world. I'll come with you and save my mom.
Oh, that's marvellous! You might be doing it for all the wrong reasons, but if it saves our world, I won't look at the sauce in the mouth. Tidy! We better get going then. Chop chop!
Okay. But how do we get to your world?
Oh, curious, are we? Alright, I'll tell you. First thing we need is a drop of magic. Go and have a dig around in the fireplace. There's something hidden there so nosy Parkers won't find it.
But why would anybody hide something in there?
That's for me to know and you to find out. Look lively.
Oh gosh. Turn to page 5 of your copy of the Necronomicon. Or the Necronomicon. Get some unbread in here. Fireplace, mun. Downstairs in the flippin' living room. Do you even flippin' live here?
What could be hidden in a place like this?
A mighty spell book!
Huh? A book? But it would burn in there.
Not this book. The Wizard's Companion laughs in the face of fire. Wouldn't be much of a spell book if it didn't now, would it?
Really?
Aha! Gotcha!
This is a spell book?
That there is the Wizard's Companion, the fount of all wizarding knowledge.
The Wizard's Companion.
Listen up, I'm going to teach you what's in that Wizard's Companion of yours. If you want to have a read of it, press Y to open the main menu. You should see it down at the bottom right there. Then you need to choose it with A and you can leaf through the Wizard's Companion to your heart's content. Take a minute or two to have a skim of a few pages, eh? You look like a smart lad, so I'm sure you'll get into it. Oh, I almost forgot. The first thing you'll have to do when you get your hands on the wizard's companion is to make a pledge. You need to vow that you'll do all you can to be worthy of being a wizard. Don't look so flippin' worried. It's not hard. All you have to do is write your name on the book with an open, honest heart. And you don't even have to write Oliver if you don't want. You can write Bunting, Crybaby, or whatever you like. The important thing is that you mean it. Go on, scribble your name down. Oh my gosh. In Canuta, they just said that fire isn't going to damage a wizard's spellbook. Oh, wait, we got lowercase. Wow, we've got all sorts of symbols. Normally, you do clean the ashes first. Well, maybe they couldn't see it. Maybe only Droopy could see it. Phrasing archaeologist. Yes, because filth dirty means something different. Uh-huh.
Tidy. Right, magic in our way over to my world, is it? Now let's see.
What is it?
You got a wand somewhere by here? We can't go casting spells without a wand now, can we?
A wand? Why would we have a wand?
Oh, that's a pain. Ah, well, can't be helped. We'll just have to look for one outside.
Huh? We won't find one out there either.
Don't nitpick, Crybaby Bunting.
Bunting? My name is Oliver. Oliver.
Ah, so the Crybaby bit was right, at least was it?
Righto, time to find ourselves a magic wand. You mean there's one hidden somewhere around here, like the spell book? Ah, you're having a laugh if you think I'm going to make it that easy, one. What you think I am is made of wizarding equipment? No, this one's going to be a little more difficult, but our journey over to my world is a hunt for the soul snare, among other things. So why don't you treat this as a warm-up, the Easter egg hunt before the wild goose chase, if you will. Okay, I guess. Okay, I'm lying. The thing is, I never brought a wand with me. I mean, look at me. The price of my livability is my tall stature, ain't it? I only just managed to carry that flippin' book one. Any more and I would have been crushed. So, even fairies tell lies, huh? Glad you're my friend too, Nero. Of course they do. Us fairies are incorrigible liars. Anyway, no point crying over spilled milk. Let's find ourselves a substitute, shall we? A substitute? How can there be a substitute for a magic wand? Well, if you can find something brown and sticky, like maybe a stick, you might just be able to muddle through. Okay. You sure a stick will work? Do you think I'm sending you up a garden path or something? Fine, I'll give you a hand. Follow me, Button. my gosh. What? Shouldn't I have been able to read this before signing my life over? Well, it looks like there's a bunch of stuff that I can't read yet. Wait, there we go. Oh wait, that was just chapter 1? Help. Oh my gosh. Oh, hey, a map. Excuse me, I'll get quizzed on it? Is it open book? Is it an open book quiz? Ugh. Hey, look, microfiche. Yeah, what you looking at? Don't tell me you're using this lamppost as a flipping wand. Well, you can't cut that out for a start. It's way too flipping big. We need a stick or something like that, ain't? Why don't we go and have a look over by there? Okay. What do you think, Oliver dear? It looks a whole lot better now that I've cleaned all those leaves and branches, Why, there isn't so much as a twig left. It's spotless. Ma'am, thank you for doing that. Well, there's no need to thank me, dear. It's my pleasure. This is one proper tidy motor. I might get myself one of these. Sorry, now's not really the time, is it? I ain't anything more than like over here either. Let's go look over the other side, shall we? Okay. Oh, when you find something, don't forget to pop it in your bag for safekeeping. Ooh, my bottomless bag. In there, you'll find all your items nicely sorted in different categories. That is handy. Use LB and RB to shift between the categories. Of course, ain't much to see at the moment, but when you got loads of stuff, you'll be glad of a bit more, ain't it? Anyway, next time you pocket a tidy item, be sure and have a close look at it in your bottomless bag. Put it in my bag, sure. It's gonna feel weird after coming off of Atlee or Sophie with the limited inventory. Although it was fairly unlimited once I got home. Oh, look, I've got stuff. I don't know. I don't want to know. But I'm gonna find out anyway. Maybe not. Oh my, it'll be dark soon. I should be making a start on supper. Adults here in Motorville all fine, upstanding citizens. Means you grow into a fine, upstanding citizen too. Your mother can be sure of that, wherever she is now. Yep. No one's concerned about the little thing following me around. Mm-hmm. It's no use. There's nothing around here that looks like a wand. You're not wrong, Mountain. Alright, better split up then. Broaden the search, like. I'll go and take another quick look round your house. You stay by here and head up the outside search, okay? Okay. Okay, brown and sticky, brown and sticky. Oliver. Huh? Oh, it's you. That girl, try talking to her. Not sus at all.
You're the little girl I met before, huh?
Mm-hmm. We met before.
So, how do you know who I am?
I'm really, really sorry, Oliver.
Huh?
Your mummy. I'm sorry. I couldn't save her.
Huh? Why would you be sorry for that?
I wanted to save her. I really did.
Huh? Hey, wait! Where are you going? Hey! Where did you go?
Ollie boy, why are you talking to thin air?
Mr. Drippy, she disappeared again.
Huh? Who did?
That strange girl. That's the second time she tried to talk to me.
What's that? A girl? Where? You're right about strange. I can't see her any flipping where.
Well, how could you? She disappeared into thin air.
Well, anyway, there's something I want to ask you.
There is? Sure, go ahead.
Do you mind it? You know, having a sidekick like?
Huh? A sidekick? Who do you mean?
Crikey, that's cold. Who do you mean, he says? Why not stab me in the heart while you're at it? I mean me! I wanted to know if it was alright me joining you on your adventures. Or if you were maybe wanting to trade me in for a younger, prettier model. But it looks like I got my answer, huh? Well, so you know, if you don't have faith in people, you'll never see their true worth. And what's more...
Look at this!
Huh?
It was on the ground, right where that girl was standing.
Chuck it here, then. Ta. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. It's a wand!
You mean it? A real wand?
Come over by here and take a look, man. It might seem like any old stick, but it's got all magic writing on it, see?
It does, huh? Wow. Is that how people write in your world?
The runes are all faded, so it might have lost a bit of power. But, for our current purposes, it's a beauty.
Neato! What a stroke of luck.
Luckier than you know, Ollie boy. Dude, I never thought we'd actually find one.
Do you think maybe that girl brought it here for me?
Woohoo! An old stick.
Right, now we need a place to cast our spell. To cast Gateway, you need somewhere proper massive. You need space to give it oomph, see?
Do we really need that much oomph?
What kind of question is that? Magic is special, innit? It's sacred, right? You have to cast spells in the best environment possible. You really are new to this, aren't you? This is beginner stuff we're talking about here.
Oh, sorry.
Now, take me somewhere with plenty of space. There's got to be somewhere around by here.
The town square, I guess.
Someplace nice and open. There's young Oliver. What are you doing, dear? It's dark already. Run along home now. Errol, I will poke you. Hey, Oliver, what are you doing out so late? Town Square is the best place for miles around to see the night sky. The bench by the fountain is my special stargazing spot. Yeah, there'll be no one around to watch this incredible display of magic.
Do you really think we should be doing this here?
No worries, man. Normal people can't see magic, see? Go on, Ollie boy. Cast Gateway.
Go, spell that returns me to the castle.
That's it, man. You got it. Whoa. Whoa. Tidy!
What is it? Stop that now. Heel boy.
Told you, they didn't notice a thing. Here. Let's get a shunt in, crybaby bunting.
For the last time, it's Oliver.
Hey, it's not bad work for a crybaby, this.
Oh.
How's this supposed to get me out of a dungeon if I'm supposed to have a ton of space to cast it?
Hey, wait for me.
Right. Let's get going, shall we?
Huh? Hey, wait for me! So this is your world.
Ah, home at last. But there's a tidy way to go yet.
Hey, Mr. Drippy, that was pretty neat just now, huh?
Oh, that herd of elk. Enjoy your first encounter with the majestic wildlife of our mysterious world, did you?
Uh-huh. Huh? Jeepers.
Oh, Nickers! Where did he spring from?
Ah! What do we do?
He's not like the big softies just now. He's itching for a fight. Proper savage.
Let's run away!
No, use that stick you got by there. Give him a whacking and send him packing.
Ah!
Look lively. He's making his move.
Okay.
We can do this!
Don't fret, Ollie boy. Yeah, you old pal, the Rippy talk you through the basics of battle. First off, take a look at that green gauge over there. Shows your health points. The more health points you have, the healthier you are, but if that runs out, you go unconscious. And see the blue gauge underneath that? That's your magic points, ain't it? Don't worry about magic for now, man. Let's talk about the besties first, shall we? So you can see lots of information about them here on the right. There's useful, eh? That the red gauge shows you the health points. Get that down to nothing and you've won. And these speech bubble thingies down by here are commands you can use in battle. Well, that's enough to be going on with. Try giving that Rata smack with your stick. Just use left trigger, right trigger to its attack. Confirm your choice with A, and Bob's your uncle. Righto, get cracking with the whacking. Wow. We're moving right along here. Tidy, or should I say nice. That's what they say when you find enemies a weak spot or block a big attack, see? Oh, and look at that. It's dropped something, you'd best pick it up, eh? That's what's known as a glim, Ollie boy. Enemies drop them in the heat of battle. Green glims like the one you just grabbed will restore a few of your health points. And blue ones give you your magic points back instead. Same colour as the gauge, see? Tidy. Oh, and you can also give your hit points and magic points a boost with spells and items, ain't it? Of course, you'll just have to take my word for that, what with you not having any at the mo. Okie dokie, that's enough for me. It's time for you to practice what I preach. Go on, boy, back. Give 'em what for. Oh, and look. The dog, the Ruff, for some reason, had money on it. Stuck in its fur, I guess.
Well, hey, proper tidy. Nice one, Ollie boy.
Jeepers creepers.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, our world is absolutely riddled with beasties, but keep that up and you'll have nothing to worry about. Right, let's get a move on, shall we?
Sure, Mr. Drippy, but where are we going?
Well, first off, we need to get you a wand.
But I already have a wand.
You're having a laugh, aren't you? That thing's about as magical as a flipping cabbage. You might just squeeze a gateway spell out of it, but you can forget about anything more than that. Honestly, I wish you'd think before you open your mouth.
Oh, sorry.
Now, I told you Ding Dong Dell was just over by yonder, didn't I? Well, if we're very lucky, we might find a wand with a bit more oomph down by there.
So, our wand's
My
really
cabbages!
Well, time was you couldn't move for the flipping things. But since Shadar showed up, magic's taken a real nosedive. He banned people from using it, see? Cursed anyone who tried to. He scared them all so much they gave it up.
So, he's pretty scary, huh?
Well, he turned me into a flipping doll, didn't he? Just saying his name's enough to make most folks brick it. Still, I'd rather be a doll than have him go poking round in my heart. No one wants to be broken-hearted.
Broken-hearted? Like, sad?
Worse than that, much worse. It's when he steals a piece of a person's heart. Poor beggars don't know whether they're alive or dead. That's no way to live, man.
So that's why they're all so scared of him, huh? We can't let him go on doing this.
Well, it's not a matter of letting him, is it? It's not like people flipping enjoy it. That's why I brought you here, innit? You might just be able to stop him, see?
You really think I can?
Course you can! You are the pure-hearted one! And the legends say that the pure-hearted one will drive away the darkness. We'll teach you a few tasty spells and you'll be ready to face him in no time. Sound good to you?
Okay, I'll do it. I'll learn magic.
Course you will, and that's why we need to find you a better wand.
All right. Let's head for Ding Dong Dell.
Tidy.
Okay, yeah, mm-hmm. 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 You know, just because it's a JRPG doesn't mean it has to be. It has to have enemies drop money. There are very few enemies in Atlee or Sophie that dropped money. Ain't it beautiful, Ollie boy? Oh, it's good to be back. Our world is absolutely riddled with monsters. If one of them spots, you'll see a big exclamation point pop up over its head in its charge. When it gets within touching distance, you'll have a fight on your hands. If you run out of health points in the middle of a battle, you'll be out for the count, so be careful, ain't it? Oh, and here's a tidy little technique for you. If you sneak up behind monsters without them noticing, you can get it first hidden, giving you the upper hand. The only thing is, it works the other way around too. If a monster sneaks up on you, they'll be able to get the first hit in, the rodders. Oh yeah, here, it's just a little something. Consider it a gift from the Lord half of Lord Philip of the Fairies. You're able to carry around 3 loaves of white bread, yet you couldn't fit a wand somewhere? Bring it, Canuta. I'll step on you. Thanks, but what do I do with these? Just have a munch on one when you're feeling a bit ropey. I'll be right as rain, no time, man. Well, the wizard cannot live by bread alone, Ollie boy. He needs a proper wand and all. And that knobbly thing in your hand is doing up flipping hidden. See that big castle in the north? That's Ding Dong Dell, that is. I reckon we'll find ourselves a wand by there. So let's get moving, shall we? Okay. Shiny spot? A bunch of booster shots?
Watch this!
Well, that's what Canuta thinks.
Let's go!
Ow. Oh, Nickens, there's something I forgot to tell you. What's that, Mr. Derpy? Oh, gosh. No, it wasn't on purpose, thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate it. In my world, you can use R stick to change your viewpoint. If you're having any trouble with the controls, go to settings in your main menu and have a fiddle with them. You can switch vibration on and off there as well, ain't it? Speaking personally, I'd have it on. A rumble just ain't a rumble without a bit of a rumble, is it? Now you know it's a lot to take in, Ollie boy, but I'm sure you'll get used to it. I guess. Yeah, rumble can stay off forever and ever. Thank you.
Looks to me like a classic case of broken-heartedness.
Broken-heartedness? You mean that thing you were talking about before?
That's right. The broken-hearted are people who've had part of their hearts stolen. Poor souls just aren't themselves. Go all weird and useless, they do.
So his heart was broken by...
Keep up, will you? Shadar, innit? If anyone tries to stand up to him or does anything he doesn't like, he breaks their hearts into pieces so they can't put up a fight.
Jeepers. But if he stays that way, we can't get into Ding Dong Dell.
Then you better cremate it, Ollie boy. It's time to mend your first broken heart. I mean, yeah, I know some people prefer the rumble, but controllers always seem to overdo it for me. Mend it? But how do I do that? Well, you can't do it just yet. There's a couple of things we'll be needing first. But I know an old man is just what we need. Proper useful, I am, eh? An old man? What old man? What do you mean, what old man? The old man, ain't it? Lives in the wood to the north of you. Proper deep and deeply dark it is. That's why they call it the deep dark wood. Makes sense, I guess.
What's that?
No. Oh. So the guy seems fine. Oh my gosh.
Yes, dear. What is it? To be today. Perhaps I'll have it. Good day. Hello.
Nearly every game has been over the top for me. Maybe it's just because I'm overly sensitive to it.
Come on!
Wow, we're fighting an Ouroboros already? Oh no, it's cute. It choked on some coins.
Let's do it!
This thing ran at me like it was a Pokemon trainer. Archaeologist. Why? away.
We can do this!
Because you can, right?
Let's go!
Bartender. I'm sure there's a large variety of starter enemies, though.
Come on!
So if this is minor bird, is there major bird somewhere? I can't read that far away. Ah! Perhaps. Yes, there is. These bird-like creatures are swift as the wind itself and have talons as sharp as knives. Hey, look at that, right there. And here's Minor Bird. And Firebird and Thunderbird. But anyway.
Let's do it!
Did they? Oh, that thing. Depicts a charm that is very popular among those who ride cloud sweepers. It really does, I agree.
Let's do it!
Probably have a bunch of nods to other things. gosh, it's that forest of super far away, not just the deep dark wood. Look at that, it's a waystone. That's useful. A waystone? Yeah, man, these ancient stones, see. You can use them to record to store a record of your adventures so far. In wild places like forests and so on, you can't just plunk yourself down the nearest rock and write your story down. But why not? Why not, he says, give me strength, man, because they're crawling with horrible beasties on it. They are? That sounds kinda scary. You'll get used to it, man, just remember, you can't go recording your progress any old way. Allow me to explain a little more, touch a waystone, and your health and magic power will be fully restored. Not bad, eh? That's not all, Mum. These little beauties will also let you save your progress. A traveller's best friend they are. Which is why you should stop at every waystone you see and make good use of it. But it's safe than sorry, ain't it? Sure, Mr. Drippy. Tidy, that's what I like to hear. Let's hope you're as good as you would. Right out, next stop, the old man in the woods. Look at that, it is useful. If you're lucky, you'll be able to use these one day. The Aztec manhole covers. But what's this way? But what's this way? Darn it, Drippy. Why you gotta rain on my parade?
Mr. Drippy! Wait for me!
Who goes there?
Jeepers.
Ollie boy, meet old Father Oak. How do, you a leafiness?
Oh, Drippy, it's you. And to what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, I got a visitor by here from another world, see? And what it is I was wondering if you might lend us a bit of a hand, like.
Oh, I should have known. You only ever come to see me when you are in need.
Sorry, you tall ship. You know I'm always very grateful.
This boy.
Ah, spotted it. Did you bark ship?
Well. The pure-hearted one. He who will drive out the darkness. And Drippy, you mean to...
That's right, your ancient ship. We're off to give Shadar a right royal hiding.
You? Why? As reckless as ever, I see. Very well. You shall have my aid. But first, we had better give the boy a familiar, had we not?
Oh, yeah. Clean forgot I did. He's right, Ollie boy. It might be a bit early, but I suppose we better teach you how to conjure up familiars, innit?
Familiars?
Yeah, familiars. Here in our world, you can magic up little fighting creatures from your heart, see? They're called familiars. Where we're going, the beasties are only going to get bigger and meaner. So,
AKA Pokemon.
Hand, or claw, or beak, or tentacle.
Can I really do it?
Yeah, archaeologist.
Well, there's only one way to find out. You want to help your mum, don't you?
Sure I do.
Well then, grab your wizard's companion and turn to the page marked Form Familiar.
But Mr. Drippy, there's no spell named Form Familiar here. You what? The boy is correct. Look at his wizard's companion. It would seem that it is missing more than a few of its pages. Really? Knickers. So does that mean I can't cast a spell? Oh, ho, ho. I am not as powerless as all that, young man. Oliver, was it? Let me see now. Form familiar. Ah, yes. A gift from me to you, young Oliver. Woohoo! As they totally couldn't have just described to me how that room goes. Thank you very much, old Father Oak. But simply possessing the page for a particular spell is no guarantee that you will be able to make use of it. Some spells are simply not meant for certain wizards, such is life. Guess he did have to spell it out in the old tongue. The old tongue of his forefathers, a paper page. Don't worry about that for now, Mon. Just give Form Familiar a go, will ya? Sure thing, Mr. Drippy. Oh hey, look, how convenient. It also costs 0.
That's tidy work, Ollie boy. Look at that. A warrior from your very own heart. A familiar.
This is a familiar?
That's right. The fighting spirit inside you made flesh. A soldier of your soul.
And he can really help me fight? Huh? Ouch! That was a mean trick.
And the stronger you get, the harder he's gonna hit as well.
Wow.
So this is a familiar, huh? And he'll be coming with us? Indeed he will, Ollie boy. The more the merrier, ain't it? Here, you better give the little fellow a name, eh? Oh, gosh. What am I gonna name him? Give your first familiar name? Oh, gosh. Help. Mighty, Matey, Mito, Smitey. Oh gosh, these are the only 4 suggestions. I was hoping it would be a little bit more random than this. Matey, you like matey? Ahoy, matey! Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Matey 0. No. Not what I meant. Sure you want to call the mite matey? No, I'm not sure, but that's what we're gonna do anyway. Oliver, we cannot let you set off into the wild with only that withered wand in your hand. Let me give you some spells to aid you in battle. The first is the restorative incantation known as Healing Touch. Yay. Tidy. That's the most useful spell there is for wandering adventurers. Cuts, bruises, sprains, gashes all go in a jiffy with healing touch. Gee, you make it sound like I'm gonna get hurt an awful lot, Mr. Drippy. Ooh, I can find the name raider. Magilisk. Welcome in, by the way. Next, I give you the gift of the blazing inferno, Fireball. Shoots a little ball of fire, that one does. Plant-based beasties flippin' hate fire, man. Even old Treeface here is scared of Fireball. Drippy, how dare you? You would never aim such a spell at me, would you, boy? Golly, of course not, old Father Oak. Look how happy the little fireball spell is. Now boy, you can press X at any time to open your spells menu. While a spell like Healing Touch can be used at any time, Fireball is meant primarily for use in battle. That said, the most unexpected of spells can prove incomparably useful given the right set of circumstances. Novel problems call for novel solutions, after all. If you find yourself at something of a loss, I recommend that you go through your magical repertoire. You never know which spell might save the day. Woohoo!
Uh-oh!
Huh?
Spoiling for a fight, is it? Better give him what he wants, Ollie boy.
Huh? But what do I do?
Just think what you want him to do and he'll do it. It's as easy as falling off a log, man.
Okay. Just think what I want him to do. Here goes. Watch this!
Oh dear. Hi, Jonathan. Righto, Ollie boy, it's time to learn about fighting with familiars. First off, you're gonna have to pick who's going to fight out of you and your little friend. We've got under the trouble of making him, so we best give him a go, eh? Select him, will you? Tidy. Now let's send him into the fray, shall we? Oh yeah, see that circle in the top left there? That's your familiar's stamina gauge. What that does, it shows you how much longer they can fight for, see? The longer you keep him on the go, the shorter his stamina gauge will get. When it's empty, that means the poor lad's so tired he can't fight anymore. Tragic, eh? So before that happens, you'll have to call him back to you for a bit of a rest, like. Oh, and there's something else about familiars you should know. See this little mark by here? That's his sign. What's your sign? It's sort of like a star sign, except here's only 4 of them. Sun, moon, star, and planet. And like star signs, different ones get on better. You can use that to help you in battle. Let's talk about tricks. They're proper powerful abilities, a bit like your spells. And just like spells, they cost magic points to use. You can see the cost written next to them. 10, huh? But that's what you've got to remember is that you and your familiar share magic points and health points. So if a familiar uses the trick or takes a big hit, it's your magic points or health points that'll suffer. Crikey, this is a long old lesson, eh? Right, let's finish with a tip-top tip, shall we? Your familiar's stamina is always going down, so you'll need to swap with him regularly. You do that anytime you like by pressing left button, ain't it? Now I'm gonna stop talking before I put us both to sleep. It's your turn to sing for your supper. Go on, boy buck. I'm not seeing the benefit to using a familiar. Unless I got something like a Mewtwo. What do you mean the familiar is more powerful than me? It so was not. Oh, maybe that's why then. So now you know how to fight with a familiar, ain't it, Ollie boy? To be a true contender, you'll need to learn when to let your familiar loose, and when to take control yourself. I'll do my best, Mr. Drippy. Oh, and when he's not fighting, little fella can be taking it easy in the creature cage. In the creature cage, you can shower your faithful familiars with delicious treats. There's all kinds of treats to choose from. Some will improve their abilities, and there's other ones that can even teach them new tricks. Tidy. Feed the little blighters enough of what they fancy, and the bonds of familiarity between you will grow, meaning you can boost their abilities even more. Careful not to stuff them too full of sweeties though, they'll only end up getting full up. Adoration and moderation, that's the key. It's probably a lot to get out your head around, but just remember that the creature cage is where you look after your familiars, and take it from there, ain't it? Hello, anime artist gamer. The creature cage, got it. I promise to look after him real well, Mr. Drippy. Oh, I almost forgot. We had something we want to ask you, your drunkenness. There's a guard down in Ding Dong Dell, and he's broken-hearted, see. Broken-hearted, you say? Shadar's evil spreads still further. So you will be needing... That we will, your Rockitude. There's quick you are. You have still got it, ain't you? Oh, patience, young Drippy. Of course I have. Let me see now. I know it's here somewhere. Crikey, you've not gone and lost it, have you? Lost it, the insolence. I put it away safely among my uppermost branches. It's just a little tangled up there, that's all. Ah, while I seek it out, I have a favor to ask of you. I did mention we're in a flippin' hurry, didn't I? We haven't got time to go. Mr. Drippy, we should help old Father Oak. He gave it some spells, didn't he? Ah, how very refreshing to meet such a respectable and honest young man. Alright, I get the flippin' message. Go on, what does he need us for? Well, it's the guardian of these woods, you see. The guardian, eh? What's up with the old fella? I am afraid he's become rather unruly of late, and he is neglecting his duties. Well, that's no good, is it? We better help you sort them out then, eh? The guardian, he sounds kinda tough. Too right he is. He's a way stronger than your average beastie, but you've got a familiar on your side now, man. You'll be fine. And besides, if you're gonna take down Shadar, you can't get out of a bit of like guardian bashing now, can you? Okay, I'll do it. How very kind of you. The guardian can be found in the deepest part of the wood, beyond the Whispering Waterfalls. I wish you luck. With spells now familiars, you're turned into a proper wizard, ain't it, Ollie boy? I guess I am, huh? Now then, why don't you take a closer look at your new mate there? How do I do that, Mr. Drippy? That's a piece of cake, one. Now listen up. Oh my gosh, more tutorials. If you look in the main menu, you'll see a Friends and Familiars. That's where you'll find all sorts of details about you and your familiar's abilities. It looks a bit complicated, and there are a few options kicking the button there, to be fair, but you'll soon get the hang of it, mun. Nah, you're still new in this wizarding lock, so there's a limit to what you can do, ain't it? We'll keep fighting monsters and eventually get stronger. We call that leveling up, see? So you'll probably make some new mates before long, and all, so be sure to take a closer look at them like I showed you. You've got it, Mr. Drippy. Oh yeah, there's still 4 more things on the menu that I haven't unlocked. And that's only on the main menu. How is your stamina better than... How is your evasion better than mine? It certainly wasn't in that battle. Yes, physical fighter, but the stats belie the reality of what happened. That's all I'm saying. Okay. How do signs work? Page 154. Yes, Canuda. I know evasion isn't a guaranteed thing. I shouldn't take one anecdote as truth. Alright, so... Sun is better than moon. Yet. My dear might is weak against water. Don't get it. Maybe the sign is not, like, set based on the monster. Wonder what's got the Guardian of the Woods so hit up. Sounds like no common of Guardian Trantor, Mum. This sounds serious. So now I can go this way, right? Right? Look, box. See? This is why I want to go this way. Okay, maybe not. I best warn you, Ollie boy, it's absolutely crawling with monsters beyond here. Careful you don't get caught before you even get to the Guardian, eh? Be fine, Mr. Derpy. I have a familiar to help me now. Oh, hey. Hey, thank you so much for the donation, Jonathan. $15.37 donated to the Rain Found. Donated to Rain. That is wonderful. Very good organization. And message me on Discord or something which game you wanted. Or I'll check the messages on Tildify later. I'll get it to you later. Thank ya. There's the brave ya. Don't forget though, if the going gets tough, don't be afraid to cast Healing Touch. I sure won't. And remember what old Treeface told you, the spells menu is a mere tap of X away. You should try to familiar yourselves with the menu too while you're at it. Don't worry, you're not going to break anything no matter what you press, so have a good old poke around in it. And when you learn new spells, and that new options will come up in the main menu, so keep your eyes peeled and make the most of your new toys. Jeepers, there's so much to remember. You'll soon get used to it all, man. No worries. Now past the Whispering Waterfalls and on to the Guardian of the Woods we go. Right, let's help him get back to normal. But first, a little saving. Oh, look at that.
Come on! Here goes!
Come on, I got an ice. Where's my little bonus gem? I don't know why suddenly me having a familiar means I should be able to fight 2 monsters at a time. Still only one of me. Ooh, a bar of chocolate.
Let's do it!
Thought for a moment the healing spell missed, and I was about to complain. And, what? I've got consumables? Are you sure? Can I replace them? They're not usable until I know I can replace them. So horrible. What? What? No. No, don't do this to me. Am I gonna remember to come back here? Not even a mark on the map. Yes, you did, Sandy. I blame you. Welcome on in, by the way. Crikey, I knew there was something I forgot to tell you about familiars. Huh? What's that? This is important, Ollie boy, so listen carefully, alright. I showed you how your familiars can use tricks, didn't I? Well, as the little fellas get stronger, they'll start learning new ones. If you want to see what tricks your familiars have up the sleeves, choose Friends and Familiars from the main menu. Tricks are a bit different from magic. Each individual trick fills a single command slot, you see. Press Y when you're in the Fields and Familiars bit, and you can change the command slots used for tricks. Which reminds me, a familiar can only remember a maximum of 8 tricks at a given time. I mean, if you want them to learn a new one, you'll have to make them forget one of their old ones. Bit of a pain, but at least you can teach an old familiar new tricks. Anyway, the important thing is that you assign a trick to your familiar's command wheel. If you don't, you won't be able to use it. Simple as that. Okay, I think I got it. You watched 4 concerts today, Sandy? That is a lot. Oh gosh, the animation.
Let's do it!
Wow, a single enemy. Ow. Oy. I hope he still had fun, though. This looks like the way I'm supposed to go. Which means I turn around, go the other way. Although I have to say those glowing eyes up there are a bit creepy. You can't blame Dynasty Warriors for everything, Sandy. Oh wait, you blame Three Houses for other things. Okay, the familiar feels worthwhile now. You want some chocolate? No cake for you.
Watch this!
70%. Sandy.
Here goes!
I almost feel guilty then. Ooh, iced coffee.
Come on! Here goes!
Although, I admit that I ended up getting... Oh no, don't want that. I ended up getting most of the Dynasty games until 4 bit me in the ass. Oh. This looks distressingly wide open. Sandy, I do. I mean, I like that style of game, and just Dynasty Warriors really annoyed me. Like, really annoyed me. Dynasty Warriors 4, I had maxed out the stats on a character, and or rather I should say I maxed out the defense on a character. I was trying to raise their attack and health, but for some reason, there was still an enemy that could one-shot me with max defense. I think I was actually using Lubu at the time. I don't remember who. I don't remember what battle. Kanuta, I love Hyrule Warriors. I still want to play Fire Emblem Warriors, but, you know, I have to eventually put the cartridge in order to do that. And that would mean taking the Hyrule Warriors cartridge out. Hold up, Ollie boy. Huh? What is it? Listen, one. Someone's coming. But I don't. It's him. It's the flippin' Guardian. What the heck? Yeah, Kanuta, true. I've played some other ones where it's just basically your characters. You don't have an army, but the enemy does. You don't have a sign. What's your sign, buddy? Because this looks serious, Ollie boy. You'd best defend yourself. You've seen the defend command, ain't it? Use it, or you're in for a proper headache, man. And flippin' guard. Nice one, Ollie boy. There's tidy. Defending against big moves like that can earn you a nice little bonus as well. So when he starts building up a nasty looking number, be sure to put up your guard. Okay, yes. Did my spell actually... Look, Ollie boy, the big lump's only gone and knackered himself. Now's your chance to give him a proper walloping. Or not. Well, that kind of sucks. Tidy, that's good Glim one. That little beauty will restore all your health points for you. And not only that, it'll also let you do a miracle move that doesn't use any magic points. Tidy. But they don't hang around forever. Hurry up and grab it, Ollie boy. Um, 126? Archaeologist, what the heck? Ooh. Crikey, that was a close run thing, man. The Guardian. He headed towards the deepest part of the wood. Do you think he's back to normal now? Your guess is as good as mine, none. But that weird look in his eyes had gone at least. I reckon it'll probably take some time out to get his head together, and then we'll be right back to the old Guardian. But what made him go all screwy like that? You don't think it was... Of course the flippin' was! Had the shadow written all over it. We'd best watch our backs if we're gonna visit any more forests. Saying that, you get Guardians everywhere. Anyway, we did what we came to do. We'd best get back and see old Treeface, eh? Sure, let's go. The fire spell was pretty good. Ooh, a new story. I cannot possibly read that whole book.
You did well to calm the Guardian of the Woods. And I found what I was looking for. But first, A gift, by way of thanks.
You were on a roll by here, man.
I entrust to you one of my closest companions, the Telling Stone. His knowledge of our world rivals even my own. I thought he might help you on your journey. I'm sure if you ask him nicely, he will tell you anything you wish to know. And the other thing, the locket. This is what you came here for, is it not? It is a vessel for fragments of the human heart. To rescue the heartbroken, you will need the locket and the spells required to use it. I will give you those as well.
Thank you so much, Old Father Oak.
Such a well-mannered child. Unlike some I could mention.
All right. Ta, Bagface.
Some things are as unchanging as the forest. No matter. You had best be on your way. Now, boy, you must come and see me from time to time, and tell me of your travels. I look forward to hearing of your progress.
Yes, sir.
Let's be off, shall we? Time to head back to Ding Dong Dell and mend a broken heart.
Okay.
Oh boy. Well, the original Mario 2 was sort of like Ocarina of Time: The Master Quest. And the Mario 2 they gave us was some other game entirely. And yes, Crystal should have been the heroine, not a damsel. I obtained a locket. It's not like the locket, just a locket. Okay, take heart, give heart. Wait, why am I taking heart? Oh my god. I mean, yeah, it's old ones, but he tells them differently. They didn't just rehash. They didn't just rehash them. They just. Quite true. Oh, see, this thing was weak to fire. Of course, Fireball did work. And yes, it's sort of a Pokédex. Oh, okay. Good. It tells me how many boxes there are. Or at least, if I haven't found them all. Excuse me. What is this? I don't want to see this. I don't. I don't want to see percentages. Anyway, here. Go ahead. Get your sandblast. What I was looking at. Progress report for achievements. Ugh. There's so many. Apparently. Now I have to walk all the way back to town.
Come on! Here goes!
Well, I probably won't do everything. Might do some of the things. Probably not all of the things.
Watch this! Here goes!
Oh, wow. Hey, come on, Flareon, let's go.
Come on! Here goes!
I mean, I might be tempted to do it if I wasn't going to be taking up my Saturday slot for a year. I mean, I did a lot of the side stuff in Dragon Quest Builders, and that one took me 4 months.
Let's go! Here goes!
Rather, I should say the second one took me 4 months of Saturdays. I don't remember how many weeks the first one took me, because... Well, I mean... I guess I just have to go and look how many episodes I had recorded.
Watch this! Here goes!
Oh, it is a fun game. Although I'd recommend if you don't own any of them, just get the second one. The first one is okay, but there's no need to get it in order to get into the second one, and the second one's just so much better.
Watch this! Here goes!
Matey, I choose you. Addie's getting close to what I assume is cap level until I make better friends.
Looks like he's still the worse for wear, huh?
Mr. Drippy, we have to help him.
Right-o, Ollie boy, I better explain how it's done then, innit? First thing you'll need to do is to take the locket Treeface gave you and fill it with the piece of heart our friend is missing.
The piece of heart?
That's right, one of the bits we're all made up of deep down.
The bits we're made up of? I don't understand.
How can I put it? Just give it a go, you'll soon work it out, man. First off, what that guard's missing is a drop of good old-fashioned enthusiasm. Find some and give it to him, and he'll be right as rain.
Okay, but where do I find enthusiasm?
Well now, feast your eyes on that other guard, but there. He's got more get-up and go than a sack of squirrels. If he hasn't got some enthusiasm to spare, I'm a monkey's uncle. Ask nicely, and I'm sure he'll give you a lend of it.
Sure, I'll try my best.
I wonder if anything interesting will happen.
Oh gosh.
What's that? Oh dear. What's that? I wonder if anything interesting will happen. Perhaps I'll buy myself a new dress.
Sandy, I'm worried for you. Excuse me, sir. I wonder if you could do us a favor. Really wish I could, I really do, but I'm afraid I can't open this gate without my colleague's permission. Oh no, it's not that. We just want to borrow some of your enthusiasm. Oh, well, if it's enthusiasm you're after, I've got plenty to spare. Take as much as you want. Thank you, sir. Mr. Drippy, how do I get the enthusiasm out of his heart? Look at the pages old Treeface gave you for your book, ain't it? It's the spell called Take Heart you need to cast first. Take Heart, huh? Sure. How exactly am I not doing the same thing bad guy is doing? Good night, Neryl. I hope that you sleep well. I guess it's different because I'm only taking the extra stuff and with permission. Yeah, well, I'm waiting for the point when I'm not asking for permission because I'm sure that there will be a point when, oh, come on, it's going to take too long to ask permission on everyone. Just skim some off the top. Yeah, well, true. Consent is a big deal.
Tidy! Looks like you've got yourself a locket full of enthusiasm. Now, you've just got to give it to our friend over by there.
Okay, here goes.
What's that?
Just because you're using it to heal other people does not mean that you're allowed to do it without permission.
What's that?
Considering what they just did with the fragment, I'm not surprised about that, archaeologist. So, we need to give this god the enthusiasm we got from his friend, eh? That's right, Ollie boy. The spell you'll need this time is Give Heart, ain't it? I know it sounds just like the other one, but don't get them mixed up whatever you do. Don't worry, Mr. Drippy. Give Heart is the one for repairing broken hearts. I'll remember that. Now then, when you cast Give Heart, you'll need to choose the piece of heart you want to restore from your locket. Of course, you've only got one in there at the moment, so even then, you can't mess this up. Go on then, give that god his enthusiasm back. If I can only hold one fragment at a time, why do I have to pick which fragment to use?
What's that?
Alright, here goes. Oh, so what you mean is one fragment each, then. Not one fragment total.
Beautiful! It worked!
Neato!
Tidy! Looks like he's back in the land of the living.
What's happening? Where am I?
Well, 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 you're back with us, I see.
Yes, I feel so strange, as if a weight has been lifted from my heart. I feel better.
Can we ship the two guards now?
I was worried about you.
I'm sorry, I wasn't myself. But I'm back now, and ready to work harder than ever.
Well then, these fine people have all come to visit our great kingdom. I think we'd better let them in.
Indeed we had. This way, everybody!
Can't thank you enough, but I'm sure you'll receive your fair share of merit stamps for performing such a heroic feat. Merit stamps? What are those? You mean you helped me without even thinking of the merit stamps you'd earn? You do have a merit stamp card, don't you? They're used to collect stamps awarded for helping those in need. If you don't have one, you should visit the Swift Solutions in town and pick one up. Listen to me ranting on. I have to get this gate open. That's what you're waiting for, isn't it? Yes please, sir. Tidy, we can finally go inside. The Cat King, huh? We're finally here. We're finally in Ding Dong Dell. Oops, wrong person talking. Indeed we are, Ollie boy. There are few unseen snags on the way, I'll admit. But all's well that ends well, and I was gonna take you over to see old Three-Face eventually anyway. Righto, on with the wand hunt. The king of this place knows a spell or two. Let's see if he can help us, shall we? Real life king? Sure. I guess that means we should head for that big old palace over there, huh? What? Palace? This way? What? I'm distressed by the implications that she couldn't have done that outside of the gate. Alright, Sandy. I don't know. I don't know what I would have my guards wearing. Oh my gosh. Oh, I found a cake in a jar. Their boat is several kilometers inland. Hey look, I can pick stuff up and it's not stealing. You're such a drippy.
Jeepers. It's so different.
Stop staring, man. It's rude.
But look at those goofy clothes.
Goofy? Are you blind? You are the goofy one round these parts.
Huh?
Look at his funny clothes.
Huh? Do I really look so strange?
Crikey! We better get you a new outfit before they put you in the zoo. Come on, Ollie boy.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Ollie boy, but no matter how trendy they are over in Mutterville, your clothes are just plain out of place over here. Wow, look at that glare. He's just doing the whole... Hey now. Well, they're really so strange, but this is all I have. Then we'll just have to buy you some more, won't we? There's loads of shops here in Ding Dong Delmon. One of them must sell clothes, ain't it? I guess. Okay, let's go find a store where I can buy a new outfit. And suddenly no one's looking at me anymore. Hey, I'm the one who wanted to explore town. You're the one who said that's not. And now you're all, oh, let's explore town. Fresh fruit.
I wonder if anything interesting.
Oh, look at you. Excuse me, I shouldn't be staring. Shiny detected. Hey, that green box is off the map. Ice cream in a jar and it doesn't melt. I think we found a Prinny. Dude. We're reorganizing the request board, dude. That's a nice pond. Can we go fishing? Okay, I wasn't expecting to be able to jump on these. This is gonna mock me, isn't it? Of course it is. Excuse me? Don't thwack the mice. I don't care if this is Cat Town. I will bap you. I love the movement animations in this game. The Hootique. Maybe they called it the Hootique because it's a hoot. Excuse me. I'll see myself out. Or in, as the case may be. Another box to mock me. Excuse me, ma'am. You sell clothes from this... do you sell regular clothes? Clothes, dear. Hoot, I'm afraid we don't have any in stock at the moment. Don't tell us that, mon. Have you seen how the boy's dressed? He's a flippin' embarrassment. He's getting funny looks wherever we go. My street cred is in ruins. Ooh, a fairy. I used to see your kind all the time, but I'll bet children these days don't even know who you are. You're telling me kids these days want disrespectful, ignorant, downright rude. They wouldn't know a fairy if it kicked them in the flippin' shins. Not like you, eh, Mrs. No, but that's close. Yes, dear. Let me think now. Now come to think of it, there was a traveller who left a set of clothes here once upon a time. He'd bought a new outfit, you see, so he left his old one behind. Roughly human-shaped, is it? And cheap, I shouldn't doubt. Tidy, we'll take it. But Mr. Drippy... Yes, now I remember. He was the one who... Yes, he said they were very special clothes. Made from fabric woven from the fibers of the sky tree, if I remember rightly. Lovely and comfy, extremely hard-wearing, and lucky to hoot. I think the only problem would be the size. If it's you who are going to wear this outfit, dear, I'll need a few hours to make some alterations. It would look huge on you otherwise. Could you come back tomorrow morning? Of course we can, man. How about that then, Ollie boy? There's lucky. Neato, thank you very much, ma'am. A pleasure, my dear. Toodaloo for now, until tomorrow. Tomorrow's flippin' ages away, man. I'd like to go and see the king right away, but we can't go until you get your outfit sorted, isn't it? I guess not, but what will we do until tomorrow? I know, that guard on the gate said something about us getting some kind of card from a place in town, ain't it? Something Solutions. I think he said the name of the shop was. The one we just went in, the boutique, that's the owl one. Or was it, Swift Solutions? Oh, there's clever of you, that's the one. I knew it was some other kind of bird. Nice one, Ollie boy. The stores here sure do have goofy names. You reckon? They're just named after what they look like, ain't it? Anyway, let's get over to Swift Solutions, shall we? Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I'm doing it again. She's so cute. Alright. This guy's getting a pretty voice until I know better. Welcome to Swift Solutions, where those in need come to watch their worries fly away, dude. And where those who are feeling helpful agree to perform tasks on their behalf, dude. What sort of tasks do you mean, sir? You honestly don't know, dude? Dear me, dude. You really are new to this, aren't you, dude? Well, I shall swallow my amazement and explain, dude. Folks who are in need of assistance flock to me, hoping to find someone willing to take on their errands for them, dude. On your travels, you're bound to run into people who are looking for help, dude. And you'll have to decide whether or not to soothe their fluttering hearts by taking on the tasks they set you, dude. Have a look at the errand board over there, dude. On it, you'll see a list of tasks you can take on, dude. At Swift Solutions, you can also agree to undertake missions to eliminate specific monsters, dude. These are known as bounty hunts, dude. If you want to find out more, access the main menu and take a look at your journal, dude. My journal, huh? Okay, I think I got it. Your journal will also show you how many merit stamp cards you got, dude. Oi, the gatekeeper mentioned something about those. I, don't think I have one, though. Ah, darn it. I did the wrong voice again. Oh, dude. You don't, do you, dude? Well, that is swiftly remedied, dude. Keep this merit task stamp card safe, dude. You'll need to collect stamps when you complete tasks, dude. Once you've filled up a few cards, you can exchange them for merit awards, which are sure to be useful on your travels, dude. Simply visit the nearest branch of Swift Solutions, hand over your completed cards, and the awards will be yours, dude. Okay, thank you very much, sir. Well, helping people out is all part of saving the world, Ollie boy. But before we make a start on all that to do goodly, we need to get you dressed for the job. Now, the hootenanny said your outfit would be ready tomorrow. So I reckon our best bet of action is to go and get a good night's sleep down at the cat's cradle, ain't it? But quests. Allows you to jump. Jack be nimble. Little Jack Horn. Oh my gosh. Although it looks like there are some that are just go and kill things. Are they jacking it up? Are you sure? You're glowing. Why? Goodness me, wherever those little rascals run off to now. Something the matter, ma'am? It's my boys. The three of them are forever running off and not coming back. I know they're just playing, but I can't help thinking they'll hurt themselves. You worry about them a lot, huh? Yes, I do, and today they're even later than ever. I'm beside myself. Oh, Mother's life is never easy no matter where you go, eh? You don't have a spare moment, do you? Could you go and find my boys for me? Sure. Sorry to put you to such trouble, but if you could let me know when you found them, I'd be ever so grateful. Well, I bet one of them's up here trying to clobber mice. Are you one of them too? It hurts. Oh look, poor Deb's gone and hurt himself. Must be one of the lady's lost boys. We better patch him up, baby. Jeepers, that looks painful. Well, what can we do, Mr. Drippy? We don't have a first aid kit. Crikey, Ollie boy, brain like a flippin' sieve you've got. You're a wizard, ain't it? Use some flippin' magic. Oh, sure. What do I... which spell do I use, Mr. Drippy? Fireball, of course. You gotta cauterize the wounds. For crying out loud, mun. I'm only telling you this once, right? Healing touch, mun, got it? Healing flippin' touch. You said it twice. Oh, it hurts. Okay, here goes. I'm gonna fix you up, okay? It doesn't hurt anymore. Hooray, I'm all better. Listen, sunshine, your poor mother's worried sick about you, right? Get on home with you. I will, I promise. Thank you for making me better. I guess you're not one of them. Still want to thwack you. Which pot did I put it in again? Is everything okay? It's my precious treasure, you see. I can't remember which pot I hid it in. Gee, that's tough. What sort of treasure is it? My grandmother's red earring. Such a pretty color. You couldn't lend me a paw and help me look for it, could you? Well, perfect. It's in one of those pots you see around town. Inside one of the pots, huh? Leave it to me. You're a perfect gentleman. I wish I could roll those R's better. Well, I mean, I've already looked in all the pots. Technically. Maybe not over here, since you wouldn't let me go over here before. Aww, it's still not quite pretty enough. Doing a bit of decorating, is it? Well, I always say you can't beat a flower to brighten things up to no end, they do. How clever of you. I was just thinking about using some flowers. I'm trying to make my doorway prettier, you see. You are? What kind of flowers are you thinking of using? Well, now I want something nice and bright, and I'll need some fresh, clean water to give them, too. Yeah, I know, you can help me. Can you spare the time, pretty please? Sure. Oh, thank you, you're a perfect gentleman. Now I'll need you to bring me 2 Plainsworth flowers and 2 bottles of spring water, all right? Oh, yes, ma'am. Oh, but where can we find them? Yes, neither can be purchased from the shops. You'll have to go and look for them out among the rolling hills. Oh, don't worry. They positively twinkle. I dare say you've seen twinkling spots on the ground outside town, haven't you? I'll be sure to investigate them when you stumble upon one. You'll find all manner of precious things. Yeah, and one more thing. Once you forage from a particular spot, it won't twinkle as it did before. But never fear about its produce, and its twinkle will return in time. Got it, thank you, Mom. We'll head on out of town and keep our eyes peeled for some of these, twinkles. Alright, see you later, archaeologist. Thank you so much for hanging out. Tidy, let's go foraging then, shall we? Thank you very much. You're a pair of perfect little gentlemen. Could this possibly be a weapon shop? Let's just open the box in the weapon shop and take what's inside. There'll be no problem at all. Oh, I tripped over and hurt my leg. Yeah, you okay? Hold still just a second, I'll fix you right up. Wow, it doesn't hurt at all now. It's amazing. Are you a wizard? Sure am. Your mommy sent me to find you. She was so worried about you. Ice cream shop, obviously. Yes, this big ol' spiked ball is how they mix the ice cream. Alright, Canuta. Go enjoy. Really? Alright, I'll go straight home then. Thank you for doing magic on me. What do you mean, no boots? You got boots? I don't want weapons or armor, I want ice cream. Quartermaster. Gosh. Sounds a lot less cheery down here. The terrible puns win you over, huh? Okay, now the jars in town seem to be lit up. Oh, wait. Nope. Still haven't found the other kid either. Really? That doesn't feel intentional. Oh, come on, why can't I do it here? It'd actually be useful here. Okay. Pretty sure I've been everywhere in town. So if I've been everywhere in town... Okay, I haven't been everywhere in town, never mind. Tug a tail turn. I wasn't looking to know what that was. Well, who knows? Bread. So I guess these tickets let me get familiars somewhere. Oh, hey. I fell over and grazed my knee. Ow. Hey, now, don't cry. Let me fix you up. Oh, it's not hurting anymore. That's right, all better. There's marvellous. Your mother's worried sick about you. Run along home now. There's a good lad. I will, I promise. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think I got the, fancy edition, because, well, it was like a really deep discount on Humble. Hello? Eh, what's up with you, man? You look a bit pale, you do. Huh? You're giving this to me? Well, fancy that. That's a page from the Wizard's Companion, that is. What's this little squirt doing with it? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Do you think you can't speak? No, that's not it, Mum. If I'm not very much mistaken, it must be. Did you think there's something out, Mr. Drippy? That spell he just gave you, give it a try, Ollie boy. You'll soon see. He's the quiz guy. Alright then. Thank goodness, it worked. Jeepers creepers, you can talk. Of course I can talk, silly. You cast spirit medium on me, didn't you? So that's what it does, huh? You mean to tell me you cast a spell without knowing what it did? What kind of wizard are you? For future reference, spirit medium lets you speak to the spooky spirits of the dead, like me. So I was right. You're a flippin' ghost, ain't it? A ghost? Jeepers. You mean to tell me that ghosts really exist? Of course they do. Wizards see them all the time. I was a wizard once too, you know. So have fun. Thanks, archaeologist. Thanks that idiot, the Dark Djinn. There aren't too many wizards left. So when I saw you, I thought I'd better hand that page over. The first wizard I've seen, I don't know in how long. Jeepers, can I really keep it? Of course, it's the least I can do is say thanks for looking after my book. Your book? Nah, you got yours wired across, sunshine. That's our book, that is. Who are you, anyway? Me? I'm Horace. Though you probably know me better as the Sage of Ages. Hang on a sec. You want us to believe a little midget like you's the Sage of flippin' Ages? What are you calling a midget, Pipsqueak? I'm a fairy, ain't it? I'm supposed to be this size, cheeky little... Oh, you're called Ollie, aren't you? And you're on a journey in our world? Yeah. Maybe I'll go on a little journey myself. I haven't taken a look around our world for a long time. Right, I'm headed south to the desert. Hopefully we'll meet again at the town down there. See you soon. I guess there's no quiz yet. Thank you very much, Mr. Wizard. I'm not a scientist. I'm sorry, you're too sus to come in here. What? What's the problem with the King of Mice? They gonna malign mice in this game? My, you've got it. You've got my earring. Oh, that's perfect. Just perfect. Found it for me. You sure did. Don't lose it again now, okay? I promise. I'll never lose it again. Oh, here, this is a present for you. Thank you so much. A leafy mantle. What's a leafy mantle? It's a cloak. That no one can wear. That's awesome. Thank you so much for finding all three of my boys. And you patched little rascals up as well. You're a treasure, an absolute treasure. I'm just glad we could help. Oh, I can't wait until they grow up a little and calm down. Here, this is to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 3 slices of pie. Mmm. You like pie, right? Come on, eat up, eat up. You might as well. What? We're going outside of town? Yes, we are. I have 1 flower.
We can do this! Here goes!
And no water.
Let's go! Here goes!
Where are you going?
We can do this! Here goes!
Oh gosh.
Come on! Here goes!
There's a search point.
Let's go! Here goes!
I just want flowers and water. That's all.
Watch this!
Why are y'all picking on me? Pie. Kind of hoping there'd be some water here. I mean, water I could pick up at least.
Let's go! Here goes! Let's go! Here goes!
Honk, 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 honk. Ooh, tender beef. I just want water.
Let's do it! Here goes!
What's this over here, though? Looks like mushrooms.
Let's go! Here goes!
I feel like such a bully. Hey, they are mushrooms. Or as I can read a map. I'm looking for water.
We can do this!
do this!
Here goes!
Maybe I choose you.
Let's go!
Here goes!
Why are you picking on me? There's a bunch of water over here. Let's see if there's any search points near it.
Let's do it!
Here goes!
Why is there a dot over there? I was over there. If that's where water is, I'm not going to be particularly pleased.
Let's do it!
Here goes!
Watch this!
Here goes!
Let's go!
Here goes!
Oh, this is the enemy I'm supposed to fight. That's right.
Let's do it!
Here goes!
definitely a harder fight than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, that's not gonna work. I wanted to defend. Gosh. That was not easy.
Come on! Here goes!
Okay, still no water though.
Watch this! Here goes!
Water spot reappear. Okay, done. My, oh my, you found it already? Yes, ma'am. Are these the things you were looking for? Oh, yes, perfect, just perfect. I'm ever so grateful, dear. Here's a little present to say thank you. Hey, shield I can actually use. Hey, dude. Oh, well, we are all done with stuff now. Guess I can't hold off any longer. High time. Welcome to one of the Cat's Cradle chain of premium inns. We pride ourselves in our practicality and pricing. Okay, let's stay. Our custom is always appreciated. My oh my, you look a little unusual. You're a traveler, I presume? Then I encourage you to take a nap in each of our inns, wherever your travels may take you. We're very proud of our deep and comfortable beds, and we hope you enjoy them as much as we do. Thank you very much. Look at yours as companion. There's something different about it. Ah, that useful. Memories of all travelers who stayed in here and filled it back up a bit. Gee, I never expected that. Why, Ignat, it's a flippin' mighty spellbook, ain't it? We best stay as many of these places as we can, eh? I guess so, huh? Yeah, it gave me a map of places I've already been.
Oliver? Oliver?
Huh? Mom? Mom!
You've done so well to make it this far, Oliver.
Mom? Is this a dream?
You must listen to me now, Oliver. You have to go to him, to face him. And when you do, you'll learn the truth. Promise me, no matter how hard it is.
Him? Mom, who's him? Mom, what do you mean?
He's someone very important to both of us.
But who is he? And where do I have to go?
It's all right, sweetie. You're already on your way. Don't give up, Oliver. No matter how
Seriously?
hard it gets.
Is this gonna be as cliched as
Mom!
she's the white witch and the dark djinn is daddy? Molded young man, what a perfectly fine morning it is too. Slept well, I hope. Excellent. You'll be on your way now, I expect. Well, if you happen across another Cat's Cradle on your travels, be sure to stay with us again. Time is to see you soon. Right to Holly boy. Back to that owl shop, ain't it? Okay. Mom. Well, have my guess.
Oh, well, there you are, dearie. You'll be happy to hear your clothes are ready.
Tidy. Best try them on, eh, Ollie boy?
Sure. I'll just pop and get them for you, dear. Wait there, I shan't be a moment.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
What do you think?
Huh? Oh, that's trendy! You look proper sharp, Ollie boy.
Oh, goofy. I mean, a cape. No capes.
Don't be silly, dear. It hoots you down to the ground.
Thank you very much, ma'am. How much do we owe you?
Ooh, for those old things, don't be silly, dear. Doing me a huge favor just taking them off my hands.
Really? You're sure?
I can't remember the last time I did any sewing. It was an absolute hoot, dear. Think nothing of it. All I ask is that you pop back and buy a little something from time to time. You'll do that for me, won't you, dear?
Of course we will. Thanks, missus. There's lucky Ollie boy. Looks like we owe this place another visit or 3. We sure do. Very Dragon Questy. Now that you got some dapper duds, we can head up to the palace. Tidy. Time to go meet the king, huh? I'm kinda nervous. Look at that. How pretty. Yeah. Cooking ingredients. Guess we're gonna learn how to cook soon. If they're gonna be selling us that. Right, sword. A while ago, I received a letter summoning me for an audience with King Tom, so I dutifully made the journey here, all the way from the far side of the kingdom. But now they say he doesn't want to see anyone. What am I gonna do? I'm afraid I can't let you in at the moment. Welcome to Ding Dong Dell. This is the road that leads to the Royal Palace. You are travelers, I take it? You must be in those clothes. Yes, we've come to see the king. Ah, you're after an audience with King Tom, are you? Well, I'd be more than happy to let you through. But I'm afraid that's just not possible at the moment. Huh? But why? Well, one of the king's hapless aides allowed his Majesty's beloved pet fish to escape into the palace moat. That red herring is the king's pride and joy, and a highly endangered species to boot. Really? We're gonna be chasing a red herring now? I doubt His Majesty would be able to replace this one if he were to lose it. What that aide of his was thinking, I don't know. Anyway, to cut a long story short, everyone at the castle is busy looking for the king's red herring at the moment. I'd advise you to come back another day. Alright. Well, what are we gonna do, Mr. Drippy? The palace moat, is it? If I'm not mistaken, that moat's connected to some of the rivers that run through town. You think it could have swum all the way to town? I reckon it's possible, yeah. Why don't we have a look into a few ponds and that, just in case? Can't do any harm, can it? It sure can. Gee, I hope we find that red herring, Mr. Drippy. Me too, Wally boy. Right then, let's go fishing. Yes, let's go fishing. Like in the convenient pond over here that I asked, can we go fishing here? Look, Ollie boy, see that red thing over there? I reckon I've found a fishy friend. You better go and take a closer look though, just to make sure I ain't... Me? Why do I have to go over there? Well, who else is gonna do it for the fish inspector? Come on, just hop over them rickety looking bits of wood. You'll be fine. Ah, gee. Alright, I guess I'll try. Already jumped on these rickety bits of wood, so... Ah! Ugh! Nickers, he got away! Sorry. He is a lively one, alright. I think he went off towards the palace, Ollie boy. After him. Why do I feel a dungeon coming up soon? Oh gee, you know, sorry we can't let you just have to go in through the sewers under the castle. Or maybe not. So this is the king's favourite fish, huh? Tidy, that's a red herring if I ever saw one. Now we can get ourselves an audience with the king. Let's head back and see the palace guard, shall we? Seriously? Is this how we treat fish nowadays? Oh, you know what? Let's just go wander. The fish will be fine out of water. You again. I'm afraid we still haven't located King Tom's pet. This one, you mean? We came to deliver the king's fish back to him, sir. Is that? Goodness, I know the regal scarlet tones of the king's beloved red herring anywhere. Well, I'll be. I reckon he must have swum out through the sewers into town like... Is that so? I must let the other guards know right away. Ah, if I remember rightly, you were... That's right, we need to see the king. Yes, of course, but with him in his current state... What's that something up his there? You could say that. Did I mention the person charged with caring for the king's red herring just let it escape? Everyone in the palace has grown terribly lax of late. So lax that we need to enlist the help of passing travelers, as you know only too well. I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but the king himself has been indolence personified. It seems to be rubbing off in his subjects. Indolence? Is that like laziness? I'm afraid so. Well, perhaps being reunited with his beloved red herring will give him the boost he needs. In you go. Tidy! We're off to see the king. Come on, Ollie boy.
pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty.
So it was you who delivered one's treasure back to one? Hmm?
That's right.
Yes, Your Majesty.
And you wish for a prize? Hmm?
Go on, man. Ask him.
Come now, don't be shy.
Well, Your Majesty...
Out with it now!
We need your wand.
One's wand. Huh? What did you say?
Crikey!
That smell. Could it be?
That's right, Your Majesty. He's not from our world. He's the one whose power freed me from my prison.
What? You mean he...
See you later, Sandy.
This little boy?
Yes.
Do you understand what you're saying, Fairy? Once you defy him, there's no turning back.
I know, but...
But what precisely?
Well, you know, he might be able to...
It's not one's concern. You may not have the wand. Now be gone.
Does that mean no wand, Mr. Droopy?
Looks like it.
So how do we get the wand now?
Something wasn't quite right about our royal friend. Broken-hearted he is, or I'm broken-headed.
The king is?
Lacking enthusiasm, it looked like. And because he's broken-hearted, the whole kingdom's being dragged down with him.
What are we waiting for? Let's go find the piece of heart he's missing.
Blimey, you don't need much encouragement, do you?
The guard outside of town was short on enthusiasm too, huh? Indeed he was, Ollie boy. Like I say, I reckon the king's broken-heartedness is dragging everyone else down with him. But the other guard gave us some of his enthusiasm to help his friend. Well, we should go ask him for more. No. Don't go doing that. There's a very important rule about borrowing pieces of people's hearts. There is? What is that? Well, you can't go taking the same piece of heart on the same person twice, see? One little scoop off the top is all it's safe to borrow. Gee, I didn't know that. I'll be sure to be real careful from now on. So what do we do, Mr. Droopy? We trawl the town for someone else with the get up and go. Aplenty, ain't it? It's a sleepy old place, but there's bound to be someone somewhere. The only problem is where. Ding Dong Dell is not exactly village-sized after all. You might even say it's proper massive. I guess it kinda is, huh? In something of a quandary, are we? Lippenekemon! Oh, hi, Mr. Tellingstone. You seemed perplexed, my own friends. I thought you might benefit from a dose of my expansive knowledge. Thanks. That's real nice of you. You see, we need to borrow a piece of someone's heart, but we don't know how to find one. Elementary, my dear Oliver. In times like these, just look to your locket. What do you mean? Well, not only can it carry pieces of heart, the locket is also extremely sensitive to their proximity. It will glow when they are nearby. Tidy, so we could use it to track down some enthusiasm then, ain't it? Allow me to tell you a little more about that locket of yours. You'll see that it has a habit of glowing brightly from time to time. This is how it reacts in the presence of those who possess one of the hearts and virtues in abundance. Incidentally, those with pieces of heart to spare will also glow a verdant green on the minimap in the top right of your screen. Neato. It will not serve to tell you which of the virtues the subject has in excess, but it should still prove exceedingly useful to you nonetheless. I just know it will. Now sally forth and seek ye your peace of heart, young adventurer. Thank you so much, Mr. Tellingstone, sir. And if you ever find yourselves in need of knowledge again, you may consider me wholly at your service. Farewell for now, friends. Righto, Ollie boy. Let's have a look round for someone with a drop of enthusiasm to spare then, shall we? If your luck glows up all of a sudden, we know we're on the right track. Got it. Let's go, Mr. Drippy. I'm glad that the mini-map lights up too, because the locket, after all, is usually not on screen. That little kid. Yep, it is. He's not up here anymore. Look, Mr. Drippy, the locket. It's glowing. Tidy. And there's someone round here with a piece of heart to spare, ain't it? And the only person round here is him. And look at him, he can barely stand still, he's so eager. Jackpot. You mean you think he has some enthusiasm to spare? That I do, my lad. I'd put my lantern on it. Let's go and get it, shall we? Hi. How do you, saucepanhead? I don't suppose you fancy doing us a favour, do you? Hey, stop distracting me. I'm busy. Busy? What are you busy doing, exactly? Protecting the town from the mice, of course. Mice? Oh yeah, I remember hearing about the mice who lived in Ding Dong Dell. Mice are a menace. They're always running around, getting up to no good. But the grown-ups are too lazy to do anything about it. Most of them hardly notice when the mice steal things, and the ones that do don't seem to care. Well, Tommy Stout is not going to stand for it. I know the mice all live down the well, so I'm standing guard here. Any mouse that comes this way is in for a battering. Stop maligning mice. Well, well, we were right about this one. He's bursting with enthusiasm. Over to you, Ollie boy. What are you talking about? Well, King Tom seems to be really short on enthusiasm right now. Oh, that's where you come in, Tommy boy. You've got loads of the stuff. If we gave some of it to the King Tom, the whole town would sort itself out quick sharp. Yeah, so we were wondering if you could share some of your enthusiasm with us. Of course, I'd do anything to help the king. Thanks, Tommy. Ooh. Wow, that was strange. Well, now I know what magic feels like. Strange? What do you mean? Non-visiting types ain't used to spells, see, Ollie boy. They don't know what to make of them half the time. So does this mean King Tom's gonna be alright now, Oliver? Yes. And once the king's back to normal, everyone else should start feeling better too. That's right, Nun. Your enthusiasm is going to put a spring in everyone's steps, ain't it? That's great to hear. Until then, though, I'd better stay here and keep an eye out for mice. Alright, see you later, Tommy. Well, that, however, is going to have to wait for next week. Because it's past midnight. And we've had a good run. And this is a fun game so far.